Hello YouTube, welcome back to my video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can store passwords securely in MySQL database. So you might know what is the need of this. Sometimes storing the passwords in MySQL database may create more problems because the database will have access to different peoples like different administrators. So getting the passwords to them for of other users may create some problems. They might log in their system and do various stuff. So to block that, the best way is store passwords securely and encrypted way in MySQL database, so only the system can get what is the password and use that in a secure way. Okay, so MySQL itself allows that with its own functions. So the functions which we are going to use is the hashing and encryption techniques. So these are the two techniques which is by inbuilt MySQL is providing for securely storing passwords or other data in the MySQL database. Okay, so we'll be checking one by one these two. Now we'll check the hashing technique. So in the hashing technique, the hash functions will convert the data of a arbitrary size into a fixed size. Okay, so even if we will give a big data, it will be converted into a fixed size data. Okay, and the best part in this is it's a one-way process, so there is no way to retrieve the actual data. So you might be thinking if there is no way to retrieve the data, how you will use that. So I'll be showing you how you can use that. If there is, even if there is no way to get back the original data, we can still use that. Okay, and these are the four hash functions which we are going to test now, and each one of these have different features and different functionalities, and the way it does is different. Okay, so we'll be checking one by one in a real-time example. Okay, let me open my MySQL. I'll be opening MySQL through my MySQL command line client. So my password is root. Now I'm going to create a database. So let me show you what all my database available. I have plenty of databases which I have created locally. So I have all these databases. Okay, I'm going to create a new database. So you can create it like create database. I am giving the name as encrypt. Okay, you can give any name, so I'm just giving it as encrypt. So let me use that database. Now I don't have any tables here, it's freshly created. Okay, so I'm going to create a new table inside, so it will be like create table. I'm giving the name as test. So I'm giving I'm creating an int value, I mean int column. The column name I'm giving it as a cell number. It's a int type int of 255 length, and the next column I'm giving it as name. It's of type varchar. Okay, varchar 100. That's all. So I've just created a table of two columns. The first column is a cell number, and the second column is name. Okay, now if I'm going to show tables, it will show the tables here. Okay, now I'm going to insert a simple data into the table. So with the query insert into test, and the column name. So this first column is cell number, and the second column is name, and with values as 1, and the second value I'm giving it as 1. Okay, now if I'm just inserting that, so to check whether it is inserted, I'll be querying like select star from test. Okay, you can see I have inserted the first value and cell number and name. Okay, so this I have stored as a plain text. Now I'm going to try with the method, I mean the functions. As I told, the four functions, these are the functions: md5, sha1, password, and encrypt. Okay, so I'm going to insert a value with this md5 function. So going back to my SQL again, So let me show you the values again. Select star from test. So there is only SL number and name now. Okay, now this is the insert query we used to add the value inside that. Okay, now I'm going to add a value 2, and this is I'm making as converted encrypted using MD5 function. Okay, so it's done like this, so I'm taking it as 2. Okay, yes, that's it. If I'm just entering, you can see the value has been inserted. Now if I'm just selecting select star from test, you can see the value of 2 is like this, means it is well encrypted completely. Okay, so if someone is getting inside your database and checking what is the character you have saved, they cannot retrieve it and they cannot see it completely, and it's perfectly secure. Now the way you have inserting the values as MD5 or the other functions like SHA1 password encrypt, everything is same. So like I'm going to convert this into a SHA1 function. Okay, you can see it's SHA1 and all let it be 2 itself. Okay, now if I'm just entering, you can see the value has been inserted, and but now we can see the value of that encrypted is little bit different, which we have done through MD5. So what is the difference between these two? So in the MD5, whatever value we are giving it as input, it will convert into 128-bit checksum and return at 32 hex digits. Okay, but in SHA1, whatever the value which we are giving will be converted into 160-bit checksum, and it will be returning us a 40 hex digit value. Okay, so that's why there is a difference. I mean the difference in the length. First one was the 32 hex digits, and the second one SHA1 was 40 hex digits. Okay, and there are more versions of SHA, the SHA224, SHA256, SHA384 and 512. So these are the basic, and the other versions of these are of different they'll be converting our input data into different bit checksum, and it will be returning a lengthier values or lengthier hex digit values for our input string. Okay, so it will obviously it will help us to store the data in more secure way. Okay, yes, have written a insert query with the password encryption added in that. Okay, now if I'm just adding the value, you can see the value has been added, and if I'm selecting the value from the table, you can see, so this is the value of your password type, the hashing function password used to add the value. Okay, and yeah, this is also same, but this is the default method, I mean default way MySQL is saving the password. So it's not recommended to use this one on your applications. Okay, and the fourth one we are going to check is the encrypt, is the encrypt hashing function, but it is not likely to work on Windows platform, as it is having some Unix background in its process. Okay, so anyway, let's try and let's see what is happening. I'm not sure it will work or not, so I'll write the query for that. So it's just like same as we have done till now. The function will be encrypt. Okay, so I'm adding a 4 data here, and it will be like 4. I'm adding a 4. Okay, a value 4 in the database. Let's see. Yes, it's added. Now if I'm just taking a value, we can see the value is got is null. Okay, it will work in Unix based platform MySQL. Okay, now we are using a Windows based MySQL platform, so it won't work. Okay, yes, now we have added all the 4 values, but how to take the values? I mean, if I want to take this specific value and to compare a select query, to work out a select query, how to do that? It's really simple. Now I'm going to take out this value, the second one. We know that it's saved using MD5 hashing function. Okay, now I'm going to take out that value, so it will be like select star from test var name equals md5, and just add whatever it is, like we have added like 2, right? If I'm just taking that value, you can see it has come, this has compared, I mean the MySQL itself has made this value into MD5 and taken that value from the database. Okay, it's same way all others, we have to specify what type of hashing function we have used. Okay, now I am putting it as SHA1, and I'm taking the value to, definitely it should return me this specific value. Okay, let's see. Yes, that is returning now. Okay, now we'll take out the third one. So third one was password. Let's see it's coming or not. Password is equal to 3, I guess. Yeah, it's 3. So I'm just entering, we can see the third value is coming, but the fourth one won't work because it's already been null, and as I told, it will work on only on Unix platform. Okay, yes, so we have checked all the basic for hashing function which is by default available in my MySQL. Yes, now we are going to check how we can do encryption. So encryption is a simple process where we can convert our data into a hard to read binary data. So whatever we are giving as our input, it will be converted into a complex set of strings. Okay, so it is like a key and value. So we'll be saving our data with a key, and we can retrieve that data with the help of same key. Okay, so that's how the encryption work. There are different methods to be we can do the encryption, so we'll be checking one by one of that. Okay, so the point to be noted here is the data type of the column should be blob. Okay, so I will show you how you can create a blob database column, I mean a table with a blob column, and how we can use that for encryption, and the methods we are going, the function which we are going to use: encode, AES, and DES. So coming back to our MySQL command line, now I'm going to create a table with a blob column in there. Okay, so like create table test1, and I'm going to create a SL number, and with the character, I mean with the database int, and now with same name as vector 100. And the third one which I'm going to create is password. Okay, I'm little be a password as the name of there, and simply write blow. Okay, that's all. I believe it will work, and now just create it like this. Yes, it's created. Now we can see if I'm checking the data type of each columns. You can see the password, the data type is blow. Okay, yes, now we can insert data into that. So let me write the query to insert the data. Yes, I have just write the query to insert a value which have a encode functionality in that. Okay, so as the normal query will write like insert it to test1, and the 3 column names, and the first one will be value 1, and I'll add just a string ONE in the second column, and in the third column I'm adding a string value with ONNEE, and this is the secret value. So as I told, this is the value and this is the key. Okay, so with this key only we can retrieve this value. Okay, so I'll show you that. Let me copy this one from here, and let's execute the query, and just press enter. We can see I have just added that value. Okay, now let's see how the value is saved in the table. Select star from text, star from test1. Okay, so it will be saved in an encrypted. Yes, you can see it's in encrypted form. Okay, now let me insert one more value inside that. So it will be, I'm going to insert a 2, and the second column I am giving it as TWO, and the encode value in the password I'm giving it as like this. Okay, and the secret code I'm giving it as secret 2. Okay, now copying this one and paste it here and just press enter. You can see the two values has been inserted, and you can see this column it's in encrypted or encoded form. Okay, now to retrieve the value of this column, we can use the decode function, just exactly like we have inserted the value. So it is done like select decode, specify the column name and enter your secret value. So it's like secret 1 from test 1 where SL number equals 1. Okay, yes, let's see what's coming. Yes, we have decoded the value. So this is how you can retrieve the data from the table. You just need this secret code with there. Let's see what if I'm just entering a wrong secret code, and you can see the password cannot be it won't be the right one if the secret key is wrong. Okay, now to retrieve the second value, we can use the secret 2, and the serial number is SL number is 2. Okay, now just press enter. We can see the second value has retrieved. Okay, so this is as simple as that. You just need the secret key always to retrieve a data from the table. Okay, yes, now we have check the encode and decode functions which can be used to encrypt the values with a secret key. Okay, and there are as I mentioned earlier, there are two more encryption methods, the AES and the DES type of encryption. Okay, so it is like this as it is shown. These are this function use official AES algorithm. So AES encryption use the AES algorithm, and the DES function use triple DES algorithm. So just understand like the backend process of the encryption of both is different, but the way which we can use in our code is exactly both are same somewhat. Okay, so we'll try adding some values with AES encryption and decrypt it, and same way we'll add a value with DES encryption, and we'll try to decrypt it. Okay, yes, we are back to our MySQL query. So I have just written two queries to insert two values with both the encryption. So this will be the query insert into test one, and this is the column name, and value is 3 3, and first one will add with AES encryption, and the second one we'll add with DES encryption. Okay, let's see. I'm just copying this query from here and pasting in our MySQL command line. Yes, it has been inserted. Now now let's see how it looks again. Yes, you can see it's encrypted in the AES encryption algorithm. Okay, and same way I'm going to insert the second value with these DES encryption. Yes, it has been added. Now let's see how it looks. Yes, you can see both the values has been entered, and both of them are of different encryption standards. Okay, now let's decrypt this. So let me write the query for that. Yes, decrypt. So it's yes decrypt, and we have to specify the column name. So column name here it is a password, and the secret code is secret 3 from test 1 where SL number equal to 3. Let's see what's coming now. Maybe both the values come. Let's see what's coming. If I'm just selecting directly this query in my MySQL, you can see both is coming as null. so there is some mistake in that. I think we should not add codes for the column name. Let's try copy it and paste it again. Yes, you can see it has been decrypted. The value, even there is two values with SL number. You can see the one the AES encryption is done. So this is the one which AES encryption is done. The first one, it's decrypted. Others like this one, it was by DES encryption, so it's not shown there. Okay, let's try that one. DES encryption, just change this to DES and copy it and paste it. Yes, you can see the second one is uh, decrypted. Okay, so the first one was by AES encrypt, and the second one was by DES encrypt. So it automatically taken the algorithm and they got decrypted that. Okay, so hope you got this, what all the different basic ways you can save securely data in MySQL database. If you have any doubt in this, please comment below, I'll be helping you. I'll share all the documents in my link in my description. So yes, thanks for watching.